Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today we are welcoming September and we are getting ready for fall. I can already feel the shift of the seasons here in Tennessee, which makes me so happy because I get the most inspired and creative this time of the year. So today let's start by having some coffee and donuts together. Pumpkin spice, of course. We're gonna start with some minimal fall decor and just pull out a few things and start decorating. I'm gonna experiment with some fall makeup and also pull out some items from my closet and start to rearrange. As the weather starts to trend cooler, the mornings and evenings start to get cooler. The day is still pretty warm, but I like to have a sweater in the morning and then layer and take it off throughout the day, and then it starts to shift and get cooler and cooler and cooler into October and November. We're also slowly shifting from the summer to the fall garden, so I'll be sharing that as well. So let's go ahead and jump right into this first fall video. When we moved from California to Tennessee, I downsized quite a bit, and that included decorations and also just the space to be able to decorate. So I have a few minimal pieces like this velvet pumpkin and this light up pumpkin. I actually kept this wreath from Trader Joe's. It's made from real leaves and it's really held up quite nicely, and it made the move because I just think it's so beautiful and vibrant. We also redecorated this little nook in our house. I like to call it our little cafe nook. We were looking for the perfect item to kind of fill the space, and we decided to go for a chalkboard where we often write what we are making, whether we're baking or cooking, what's on the menu, and the kids like to come home from school and look at what's on the menu. So today I wanted to make some pumpkin spice donuts to kind of kick off the fall season. Full recipes, ingredients, measurements, and also details on how to make all of my recipes on my channel are available at racheltalbott.com. But I'm starting first with the wet ingredients, and I'm just whisking that together. I have some pumpkin puree, vanilla extract, some eggs, and I also am gonna slowly add the dry ingredients to this mixture. The key to getting the perfect shape for your donuts is using a piping bag and also using molds. I will put the exact molds that we use in our home in the description box. 20 years ago is when I met my husband at culinary school. I was taking the Baking 102 class, and he was definitely much more advanced than I was. He was making a really cool pastry. I remember that was our first introduction. And we always have fun kind of learning and experimenting with different recipes together. But these molds definitely worked out really well. I went ahead and put them on top of the tray. And I'm piping so that these are about halfway full. They will rise a little bit, so you don't want to overfill them. But about halfway was perfect so that they kind of puff up and out of the molds. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in the oven at 375 degrees for about 15 minutes. Keep your eyes on them or until a toothpick comes out clean. Let's make a pumpkin spice latte to go with our pumpkin spice donuts because we have to. After 17 years of marriage, I can't believe we finally got our first espresso machine, and we are absolutely loving it. We got this one from Casa Brews. It's their pro model, and it has been so much fun. We have been making espresso, lattes, you name it, nonstop since we got it.
Everything in life is very frightening.
I do prefer to make a homemade pumpkin spice syrup, but I have this on hand for quick and on-the-go pumpkin spice lattes in the morning. And we have been honing our skill learning the Casa Brews machine, and we have figured out how to get closer to making the perfect espresso. And I'm getting better with the art, but it's kind of hit or miss at the moment. I put a little bit of cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger on top as well. And then I'm pulling out the donuts. I'm going to let them cool down, and they come easily out of the molds. I'm going to gently brush the tops of the donuts with some butter, some melted butter, and then I'm going to dip those in some cinnamon sugar just to give a nice sugar coating on top. And these were the perfect donuts. Like I said, I'm gonna try making an apple cider donut as well, so keep your eyes out for that. I'll do that closer to October. But yeah, we love some special treats around here, especially when they're homemade. We are coming to the end of summer garden season, and it's time to transition into the fall garden. My husband was a very busy bee putting together this greenhouse that we got from a website called Yita Home. They have lots of beautiful home decor and outdoor items, including greenhouses, which we definitely wanted a greenhouse. We had one back in California, and we really wanted one here in Tennessee as well. My husband also built this beautiful fencing around the greenhouse and planted some blackberries. We're going to plant some climbing roses, so it's going to be very beautiful as everything starts to grow. A greenhouse is so great to have in a garden, so we're super thankful to have that. It's really going to extend the life of our garden and allow us to garden longer and experiment with different things throughout the season. I think what excites me the most about the change of the seasons and really living here now and being able to experience that, I am so inspired by what grows in the garden and the sunflowers and the corn and everything that really lets you know that the transition from end of summer to fall is here. The sunflowers are especially beautiful in the summer, in the late summer, and in September. And they're just a beautiful reminder of where we are in the year. The process of harvesting the flowers from the garden, bringing them in, and putting them into a vase is really meditative for me. And it has been. I mean, even when I lived in an apartment and I didn't have a garden, I'd go to the farmer's market, or I'd even just go to Trader Joe's and pick up some flowers. And the process of putting them together and arranging them in using my hands and my senses to create something beautiful has always been very peaceful and relaxing for me. We have those beautiful chocolate sunflowers as well, many different varieties in the garden. So let's talk about another transition that happens in the fall, and that is fashion, makeup, self-care, all of that. I love to switch it up just a little bit. Today I'm just fresh out of the shower, blow drying my hair. I'm going to use my flat iron, starting with my bangs. I like to divide my bangs into 3 sections. On a medium heat, I basically flat iron those sections separately to get the bangs the way that I like it, and then I also flat iron my hair. I usually do 1 or 2 passes just to get it nice and shiny and less frizz. The humidity is definitely going away, but it's still here a little bit. So today I'm using the Danessa Myricks Priming Serum. Love this product. I like her products because they're also skincare based, so good for the skin. I'm using a little bit of e.l.f. concealer on some areas where I have hyperpigmentation, shadowing, etc., etc. Today I'm going to use this Tower 28 blush. I like this blush because it's kind of a deeper rosy color, which I like to kind of transition to in the fall. But a lot of times I'll do my same base that I had in the summer. A lot of times I'll use brighter colors in the summer and then a little bit more of those kind of deeper hues in the fall. I also will wear a little bit more eyeshadow in the fall, and I love my Naked palette. I actually want to get one other Naked palette because it's pretty much the only palette that I use consistently. So I'm using one color from the Naked palette. This is an eyeliner pencil from Westman Atelier. Her products are really expensive, but I really do like the color of this. It's like a pretty brown, almost kind of like maroon, and I'm gonna blend it out. I also like to put a little bit under my eyes and just really blend that nicely, then use a brown mascara. Again, it's kind of like brown, but it's almost like brown maroon, almost raisin, if that makes sense. That's a color that I definitely lean towards in the fall. And then these beautiful wine deep colored lip products. This is OG, it's their lip oil. I've been saving this color. It came in the set that I got. I got a lip oil set, and I have 3 colors that were my favorites. Petunia is one I use every single day, and then I wanted to save this one for the fall. September is also the time that I rummage through my closet. I do any donations, not only in my closet, but throughout the home, in my kids' closet as well, and just kind of refresh and take a look at what we have, what we're loving, and how we want to switch up our style in the fall and the winter. Now, it's a slow transition. Like I said, the mornings start out nice and cold, so when I take the kids to school early in the morning, I do like to have a sweater on. So I'm pulling out some of my sweaters, and I'm checking out what I have. A lot of items I thrifted, and I usually thrift off season. So I'll find fall items in the summer, and then I'll find summer items in the winter. That's how you can get the best deals. I do a lot of like ThredUp, Poshmark, and also just go to local thrift shops. So I'll put everything that I'm trying on here in the description box.
And cut.
So this entire outfit was thrifted. The jeans and the boots, I was so excited to find these. They were $18 Frye boots. Cannot believe I found these. Such a find. And then also the Portland leather crossbody mini handbag, this beautiful sweater from FreePeople, but I can also take it off if it gets warm in the middle of the day. Today was actually a kind of a nice cool day. And then I have this ring that's made from a fork. So yeah, a little bit of funky, a little bit of fun, casual, and this is kind of an example of how I dress in the fall. So I'll do a little bit more fall content soon. Make sure that you're subscribed. I'm really excited for it, and I'll see you then. Have a great day.